Oh, it's pretty cool. But I think if this game came exactly when I played it. If I did, it was on my Steam thing, so why not? Why don't I just play it? Right into the end is never the end is never the end is loading. Nah. Dun gun dun gun dun. Yeah, it's loading. It's loading. Loading. What? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's upstairs needing charged. I don't know. Go check it out and start charging it. Guess this is taking forever to load. I'll see you when it loads. Whatever, yeah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so we're in the see. Here we are. Sensitivity is really bad.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give...
Yeah, I'll put subtitles on.
Give these merits away for some... much little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Okay, I can't get them going.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I don't care no more. I'll do that later. You left your computer on. Left your computer on, sir. Left your computer on. Just make sure I don't miss anything.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
no, probably not. That I would go right, but there it would be right because left would mean that it would be wrong, and who cares? I'm just going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't want to miss anything.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
It's better than
But
the first
eager to
game
get
we
back
played.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
It was
left.
odd. It went from wait. Can I open that?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Yes.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to
Yes.
you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Roses are blue, violets are red. And I like roses better.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Roses are blue!
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road
don't know
you've
what
chosen?
you're
Well,
talking
don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story
Yes.
I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely
All of
nothing
that.
so far.
I want all of that.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you
Okay.
can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Oh, no, I
Go
wanna
ahead,
go to
Stanley.
the
Take it for a
left door.
spin.
But now I want to go to the left door. I want to go to the left door. I'm going to go to the left door anyways.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
So, yeah. See, that's what you do.